Welcome back to part 2 of all the tapestries you saw in part 1. There's more coming. I've done a lot. This was the first one I did on when I come back to it. It's a koala. Dad actually did the design and I actually chose the colours. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think that could be sort of a nice one for colours. I think there's a lot of good ones. Could also be a cosmos, I suppose. Could be it's a good sign of imagination, so I'll put it in imagination. Now this is another dark one. Throwing people into garbage hoppers. I don't have that same desire anymore, but there it is. See the people being thrown into the garbage hoppers. It's a bit dark, but it's a bit sort of, as you can see, the garbage hopper, that green thing, and the people are throwing them into it. It's actually quite good. Well, it's not good to watch. It's a dark one. This is a previous life one. With a previous life can be imagination. It's Swing Hall, where I believe where I live now. That used to be a site where they used to have a swing hall where they used to have a different kind of array of entertainment. And there's all the different spots. It doesn't exist much now. Now this is another of the first ones I did. People cheering on the cricket ground. See all the people cheering, all the Aussies? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi. Everyone cheering. I actually that's mainly down in the, that's actually sport. This is another sport. Fell back. Not to fall back onto the video. Here's another sport one. The Canberra Cavalry won in 2013. I actually showed a cavalry coming out on the 100 years and celebrating it. Coming out of Lake Burley Griffin with the National Library, Parliament House, and Go Cavs, the Claxton Shield down here, the Captain Cook Memorial Jetty. Don't know if it's on at the moment. Sport. But I might put it up there soon. Blackbeard, the pirate, 'cause I believe I was Blackbeard, the pirate, sailing on the seas with the fish underneath, the clouds in the air, and so is the sun. Blackbeard, the pirate. That's a previous life one, so I say sort of imagination. This is another one. It's sort of a bit different. The school kids on one side of it, people cheering with their cool attitude. The Peace Man, Sydney, 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 and up in the cosmos. It's pretty good. I say sort of imagination. Nothing to do with sports, so I'm not going to put it in the sport one. This is a religious one, so I might actually, I don't know if I put anything in this one yet. I think I've got a few for religion. This is a religious one on Buddhism. See the two Buddhas and the big Buddha down the side, and people dancing on stage with the Buddha. It's all fantastic. People watching it. It's all great. I think I might put this in. I don't know if I've got very many of them though, so I might use this for miscellaneous and find out what I've got. I could put my butterfly in miscellaneous actually. Santa's place, Christmas. See the Christmas tree? And it was Santa Claus there. And there was a sign saying Santa's place. It didn't take very long to do it, but it's sort of different colours. But it's got a whole line for Saturdays and holidays. This is you know how, have you ever been told that heaven is this gateway of golden The streets are lined with gold. Well, that's it. See the people going through on their little, thing, and they're following this golden road right up to there. That's what heaven looked like, that particular stage. I wanted to show that gold is true. So that's actually cosmos, which is there. This is a party one. Different one. It's not really, it's not a Christmas. It's got a few Christmas trees. Yeah, it's all Christmassy. There's my friend Brian Connell sitting on thing. Looks more like Patrick Visions, but there's a teddy bear cut on Christmas. It's all happening around Christmas. It's celebrating times of Christmas. It could be more of a party one though, so I put the party up, I imagine. Sport. 2018. The Seahawks, the Bateman's Bay Seahawks, and the West Coast Eagles. 2 premiers. I put them on the cup. I did the cup for both premierships, and they celebrated it. That goes in sport. No. Duh. Oh. This is a child's bedroom, which I don't really know much about that, but that's what I would envision it would be. Big fat hen, 2 little teddy bear up in the corner, and a little girl enjoying it, and babies. It's fantastic. I reckon that's imagination, because this is good old square-head Bill. I haven't got the poem with me at the moment, but there's good old square-head Bill. See the big fat hen? It's all part of that. Well, I don't know who good old square-head Bill was done for. I'll call that miscellaneous. Here's another concert. Where did I put the last concert? I put the imagination, didn't I? That's the concert there. Trees in the background. Great imagination. Field. Go the mighty Seattle Seahawks. They won. She's tipping all the Powerade all over the plate. It's a bit ridiculous. And the devil and the robot. But this is Cosmos, so this is sport. It's done. The Sue Barron Show with Bimmy Jones, or that's my character, Jimmy Barnes, parody of Jimmy Barnes, Bimmy Jones, spilling the scotch all over the floor. It's fantastic. The Sue Barron Show, pretty good. Now that's an imagination. I could do a separate one on TV, but I don't really think TV would accept it. We wish you a Merry Christmas. 3 Santa Clauses. 3 young Santa Clauses. They look young. They don't look old. Just put the Santa suit on to make the kids happy. Pretty happy, eh? And that is now. If you look ahead, I'm going to move for a minute. You see that one behind the bike? That's the New Year's Eve concert I did back, I think, 2010. Well, this is the fireworks of that same concert. So I'm going to put that in party or something like that. This is a bit of a different one. So people dressed up in their footy outfits, bunnies, chocolate bunnies dressed up in their footy outfits and all sorts of different things. There's different colour bunnies, all chocolate bunnies all over the place. It's great, isn't it? So that goes in holiday. There's not many on Easter, really. It's a big quilt I made, and that sort of covers all that. This is a sporting one, but it's saying goodbye to Phil Walsh, who was killed by his son a few years ago. The Adelaide Crows all commiserating the loss of their of their great coach Phil Walsh. Sad, isn't it? That goes in sport. I could go miscellaneous funerals because it's not miscellaneous. I wouldn't sort of. I'll call that sport. He was a sportsman. But now, another thing. The Nara Candle Festival, I pretended I was hosting that event, did a show on it. The drummers, everything, people at the stage, the drummers drumming their drums, people sitting in the crowds. Fantastic day. Imagination. It's already 10 minutes ago already. Now this, I believe, this might have been a vision or might have been imagination. Having fun. It's called Kids Power. Could be a radio station, you never know. So imagination. Could say this. And this is another Christmas one. I think it looks really Christmassy, doesn't it? The elves, Santa Claus, people dressed in Santa suits, everyone having a party or say Christmas. Holiday. This is one of the first of a photo I took when I was back in the 80s. It's actually people, one kid on that side, another kid on that side running onto the field after the game's finished. Canberra were playing Cronulla, Raiders of course. Great sport. Or miscellaneous, I'd say. So it is sport, but you can put a lot of things in miscellaneous. This is a bit of a dark one. There's no one to tie up, which I visioned. Tie up down the bottom. Trappers fooling a lot of kids and fooling a lot of people. It's not nice, is it? I'd say definitely dark. I don't want to throw them out because I always think that it's always good to know where your mind's heading so you don't bring your mind back. Another Christmas holiday this time, the Christmas parade in Adelaide. And I brought this one day and I was doing this to show people and people actually interested. And I was doing it's pretty good, isn't it? That's a sort of holiday, but I'll say it could sort of go in for Christmas or holidays. I would like to get rid of the ones that are here because it's 12 minutes into it so far. This is a cosmos I did. I actually don't know where my father would be in this. I don't know whether he's the green man sitting there with a cup of coffee floating in the air. It could be anything. But people are sort of floating around, having a good time. There's a picture there of someone dancing. Could be my father. I think it might have been a vision. Another one miscellaneous. Mark for Mark. When he died, I was really distraught because I liked him. I like Mark and I like Robin Williams. He's a good comedian. That's Robin Williams' send-off to the afterlife. Mrs. Doubtfire's there. Mark for Mark. He's flying around doing his stand-up comedy with his green hair. It made his hair a bit greener. And he's got more green hair. People cheering him on as he comes up. It's great. I'd say that's definitely Cosmos. Cosmos do celebrate a lot of great things. Now, bowling alley, but because it's got big Santa Clauses, it's more of a miscellaneous, but just shows you that I like bowling and I like Christmas. That's all part of the event. Now that tapestry that you can see behind this thing, there, this is what's going on in the park behind the scenes. All the tigers getting a shot of all the crowd. So it's pretty fantastic. I say party. This is the Canberra Demons, the NEFL team. Look at them. I did that one as a celebrate and to sort of make Canberra Demons big, but they weren't that big. They don't get as many people as the Capitals, but sport for sure. I could have made that miscellaneous. I'll pick that up later. I'll just... I know where it's going. This is a Cosmos, but it's another one of the mind flips you might have seen in my last video. It just sort of definitely shows you how your mind focuses sometimes when you don't really want to think too much about death. But it is about death. So it's Cosmos. It's imagination, nobody wants to find out that. This is an imagination one, but on my previous life when I was Grand Thorn, I do remember being in this concert, dressed up in that little gown, having Santa giving buckets for the money to the poor, and then cooking, they're sitting there celebrating a nice chicken or something. It wasn't exactly done that way, but I do remember something like that. So that's definitely, I say miscellaneous because I think... Now this one is a picture of my Nana, who I believe is another character who was on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, you know, the kids. And there's Days of Our Lives TV. That TV's old like Days of Our Lives. It's still on TV though. And there's some pictures of my grandmother, who I was visiting, could be with Slim Dusty, you never know though. And there are the pictures down there. And then Peter Sargent, who ended up losing his life in a tapestry. I say that's definitely imagination more than Cosmos. So I'll throw it in there. As you can see, I don't want to show my mum to the world. Now this is, I actually was told that people were doing this for Halloween. Running through a maze of Halloween, Halloween thing. See how they're running? It's pretty great. It definitely goes in holiday. Definitely in holiday. Just looking for small. Alright. I don't know how long it's going to go for. This is one of a lady dancing with some people and a dog nearby, having a bit of a good time with a green hat. She looks good. I say that's parting, dancing. Another Christmas one. 3 elves near the Christmas tree. How many times have that in your situation? Fantastic, isn't it? This is an alien one, so it's Cosmos. That's I was visioning flying police cars and aliens in my head, and that's how it is. See there, the alien pushing you down, flying police car. This is back in when I lived in Woodbury. In this light, the general store. I thought it was a church, but it was actually a hall. Cars driving, kids playing. It could have been me, I don't know. And a car driving away, so I'm following the car. It's fantastic. It's a store. Miscellaneous. Definitely. This is definitely an old one. Could be from an old life of mine or just a picture. The idea of someone having fun with a new age of thing, just having the thing there where the other guy's doing the old-fashioned way. Or fishing. New age of fishing and an old guy's doing the old-fashioned way. I called him Patrick Dunbar. And I say imagination. There's no proof that was existed. I might have a couple. I might have a cup of coffee. I might settle with a toffee. Coffee, toffee. That's miscellaneous. Football, meat pies, kangaroos and apples flies. This is another one. This is a football ground I designed. See all the stuff outside, the three-storey car park, the scoreboard, and on this side the AFL with all the grandstands around it. I don't know if we'll have to get it in Canberra, but we are sort of making new stadiums in other cities. Also, definitely sports. This is another one like the West from Becca, but I still don't want to get rid of it because it shows you how your mind flips and how you get the shark there. Shows you how your mind flips and it's a different thing. It's all sorts of people. I call that miscellaneous, but I could call that miscellaneous because I think it's sort of something that might... I don't know how many more miscellaneous I've got. I might have to pack up and do another miscellaneous one. This is a bit dark. Shows you someone being tied up down there, and it shows you people death, people enjoying the other side. The old life of people being tied up to people having fun. It's more of a thing now, but still, it goes from being the bad. It goes from do take the good with the bad, and I say definitely dark. I might just did one recently. It's a good one. Trees by the ocean and the sand. Could have sort of was trying to be Mandy Ferry, but it never existed in that. Putting it in here. I don't know if you saw this one. This is the Easter one. Definitely goes in holidays. And this is my friend Sam from that group I went with, Daryl's Den. She died. She was pretty big though, but she died. And that's her shooting up into space, meeting up with friends of hers and other people. That's Cosmos or no, imagination. That's definitely an old friend of mine. He used to do the washing up. I used to sit there doing all the partying. And people used to sit there drinking beer and all sorts of things. It's great. Orange drink in the corner. Now, I don't really know if it's miscellaneous. I might put it into a different pile. But it has been sorted. Now, I went to Merimbula, and I think this might go in a holiday pile. This might go in that pile away for times. That's the Tura Beach Country Club, with the view of the bus down the bottom, near Merimbula. Had fires this year, so imagine the fires and then now, what's going on now. But at least I was running for a bit of a tease, hearing voices about kids teasing the boys, other voices. I cheering them on the way. It's great. That's sort of miscellaneous, but it might be sort of the same providing miscellaneous soon, unless I find another bag of miscellaneous. There might not be very many more miscellaneouses. There's going to be another dark one coming up now. Another dark one coming. Very dark, but it's good. Slobodan Milosevic, Osama bin Laden, and Saddam Hussein down the bottom, and the people around them. There's even few types there. Definitely dark, but it's an alien. They're all dead. It's all about aliens. It's sort of very dark. It's not really a happy alien story where aliens having fun drinking beer. This is another beach one, which I might put in another pile over here. That's on Kangaroos by the Bay. Pretty good, isn't it? I don't want to break it, dudes. We wish you a Christmas at the beach. We wish you a Christmas at the beach. Christmas at the beach. Santa Claus parked his sleigh and getting on the surfer with all the surfer dudes. Definitely holiday. This is a dream. I think miscellaneous could still fit this. Dream of being a rock star. I'll say imagination because it is a rock star. This is another one. Now, there's a lightning storm. There's a round thing, and that's how it occurred. Coming home with the lightning, and everyone's having a bit of fun with it. Definitely cosmos. Does that happen in the cosmos? Christmas, definitely. I've done so many tapestries of Christmas, but I love it. There's Christmas, the man putting the star on the tree. Santa was there to greet him. This is one of the first ones I did. I think I did this one back in the 1980s. It's a bug in a rug. I tried to copy someone else's design, but mine is a bit different. And better, I reckon. Better. I'm going to put that over here. There's nothing to do. This is the Beaumont children. Don't admit, I do believe I'm grand, but people could object me there. But that's the tapestry I did. It's sad that that happened to them though, isn't it? Bit dark. Look at this one. Canberra. I could have used this as the tapestry of Canberra back in the centenary. The Australia Day concert, no more. Lauren Jackson playing for Capitals, no more. Floriade still. As far as the Raiders and the Brumbies and all that go. And then you've also got the Christmas tree lighting, no more. But it's still good. I still think we should put that over this section over here. Now this is a democracy sausage. Ever gone to an election to vote and have a democracy sausage? It's never that big. It doesn't fit 3 people around it, but still looks pretty good. I might put that in this miscellaneous. It's small enough. I'm going to hopefully get all this section done, and then because it's getting on to 30 minutes. There's 3 people dancing. One of them is my cat Lucky. One person playing the piano. A cat, someone dressed up as a cow, and then someone doing a bit of a gymnastic jump right on top. Definitely a cool one. Partying, I reckon. Cool. This is Nirvana with the big N. Pretty rad, eh? And that's how Nirvana looks. It's a bit muddled, but it's still definitely an imagination. Now, have you ever seen the streets? Well, this shows you what life's like on the streets with 2 people fighting. And there's another fight down on the other side. It's a bit of an action. Someone playing the piano there. Someone doing that. Isn't it great? Well, I hope it's good. I say definitely imagination. Not, I wouldn't call it miscellaneous. There's too much in the miscellaneous column at the moment. This is a fish. Definitely, I say I did that one to try to say I can still do a fish. I was desperate into tapestry. See that fish there? Just getting more. It's a bit messy, but anyway. I'm on to the 29th minute, so I'm hoping I can get all this done. This is NASA. It's a bit of a cosmic look of NASA. People sit lying in their bed listening to NASA's moon landing. There's the man on the moon and he's green because it's all methane smoothie now. Had a big methane, having fun. Definitely imagination, or probably cosmos, because movie's cosmos. The Halloween. The gingerbread house, putting him into the pot. Pretty cool. Halloween, definitely holiday. Definitely this is a holiday. It's a Happy New Year, but a New Year Tiger. Pretty absolute ace. Definitely new holiday. 2 people sipping on a methane smoothie. Well, that's pretty fun. I know who they are, but I'm not going to tell you. It goes in imagination because it's not really cosmos. Raiders show. Sport. And look at this one. I used to have this on my wall. I don't have it on my wall anymore. Coca-Cola. See the Coke everywhere. Opening cans of Coke on people. Partying on the street. As you can see the opening can of Coke on conservative rights. I'd say sort of there. Haven't got ready. People are having a good time. There's another one, the Circle of Life. It's a bit happier. It's not as dark. So I'll say party. There's rows of people. This is a bit of a party one. It's not really an unhappy one. Sort of no train robber though. So 2 broke girls, 3, not Sideshow Bob, Superman's there. I'll say no wrong thing. I'll say a party for sure. Mind you, bad things happen at parties, but we don't really want to talk about that. This is a bit dark of bad things happening to people. He did those wrong things at the start, into prison. So it's sort of a bit darker, but I like to keep the dark one. As I said, this is the one, see the bus driver? He's driving a bus, it's more of a spaceship and all this big stuff at the back of it, flying through. It's like a home or something with chairs and TVs and all sorts of things. Definitely miscellaneous. Another concert, I think. No, it's not. A volleyball field at the top. See the volleyball field at the top? And the seats down the bottom of the stage. And the seats go right down to the other side. That's pretty rad. I'd say definitely imagination. This one I don't really know what it is. It's got a few stars. I think it's sort of Christmas, but it's definitely a sports one as well. It's not sports. It's trees. It's sort of a bit of fun. Definitely one for miscellaneous. Not that big. Little bit. And the last one for this section, because I've run out of time. This is definitely a fun one. Different shows you everyone having a good time. See, it's all pretty rad. Partying and elf costumes. Pretty cool. Party, definitely. Okay. Well, that's all. I will do some more later. Okay, bye. Catch you later, dudes.